I'm definitely not going to portray myself as an expert in the blockchain industry, but what I do know about it and what we see coming in the industry is it's going to wipe out the smaller base lenders. And once that happens, if these clients aren't ready to jump into whatever the next step is, whether it's AI or whether it's blockchains, or they're going to get wiped out. It's inevitable. So they can either comply with what's happening or you get run over. Like there's really not a lot of options.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil, and today I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chatting with, Nate Carter, who's been making serious moves creating a platform for escrow alternatives. So excited to have you here, Nate.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course, I think our listeners are going to take something away from how you're creating a simple platform for lenders to be able to save some money and get rid of some of those fees. So let's dive in. First off, for those that are not familiar with you and your world, can you give the short version of what you're focusing on?
Yeah, we're a digital clearing platform is what we're calling ourselves. We're an escrow alternative for the private money lending space. When there's certain loans and certain funds that lenders have to remove from their books and hold on a third-party platform, the old antiquated way is working with escrow companies. So what we've done is kind of flip that on its head and provide a fintech alternative for our clients to move the same amount of money just without incurring any fees like a traditional escrow company would.
Nice. So what got you into creating this?
I have a background in finance, in lending through residential real estate. I then developed a good amount of properties throughout Los Angeles, and then we went into private money lending. And I noticed how difficult it was to move money, how difficult it was to request reimbursements, how difficult it was to have draws, is what we call them, to get dispersed. So I noticed that there was a problem, and I would say it probably took a couple years for me to actually implement it. I think it wasn't necessarily the front of my mind at the time, but it slowly came to fruition once the fintech technology was available for somebody like me to be able to essentially create my own bank. Because before it was the regular people couldn't do that. It took a lot of money and backing. But once the technology met the idea, it's been that ever since.
Awesome. So who exactly is this platform catered for?
This platform's catered for private money lenders. Our clients are private money lenders all across America. There's 13 states that have specific legalities where our clients are required to use a service similar to ours. So we have that going for us where there's some clients that don't have a choice.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
So why wouldn't you use us? But that's who we're catered to. We're catered to private money lenders or direct lenders who raise their own funds, have control of their own funds, place their own funds in their own projects. And luckily, there's a little over 13,000 of them across America. So we have a nice little pool of potential clients that we can reach out to and explain to them the future of finance.
Awesome. So, yeah, what's been like the key to creating this business?
The chaos. It's been it's all gas all the time. It's a lot of failure, and it's a lot of one step back for two steps forward. It's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of no's because when you're brand new, it it almost doesn't matter what your product is. It more matters what your story is. And if you're not able to explain to your client extremely quickly how your product is better than somebody else's, then you lose. So I think education and educating our clients is high up there on the list as well of things that we're working on or working through to make sure that we're a more of a brand name within our industry.
Yeah, what does that education piece look like?
Really, a lot of this just me ranting at people, just me just berating our clients, letting them know. I'm joking, of course. It looks like conversation. It looks like just what you and I are having. It looks like trying to create a rapport with somebody because at the end of the day, I think the first thing that we do as humans is we work with people that we like. So if you can create a rapport with somebody, it makes it a lot easier for them to digest whatever you're delivering. So I would say that.
Yeah. Is this for all lenders? Is there anyone that this wouldn't be for? What are kind of like the obstacles that maybe people see with going for this new rebrand for them?
Yeah, the lenders that we can't work with are lenders that don't have control of their own money. So in the simplest form, we can say brokers, institutional banks, um, banks that are lending on credit lines. If it's not your money and you don't have control of it, then somebody else is in charge of where that money goes after a funding. So they're not a client that we can work with because they don't have any control of those funds. So yeah, our clients are direct lenders who, like I said, we call balance sheet lenders or asset-based lenders, where they raise capital on the back end from investors and promise them 7, 8, 9%, whatever the number is. I'm not being critical. And then they lend those same funds out the front door to investors, developers, home buyers, whoever they are. And then, they up at 9, 10, 11%, and then they keep the spread. So those are our clients. It's you have to have control of your own funds because otherwise it's probably not legal for me to hold them.
Yeah. Awesome. So, what are you most focused on solving through this platform?
The platform itself is pretty set. We're making small tweaks based on customer suggestions or client suggestions, which I think is probably the most important, is just hear what they have to say. Um,
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
but I would say, to answer your question, the most important thing is just expansion. Like we really want to onboard as many clients as we can, and not so much to take over the industry per se, but at least to get our clients to understand what's coming and how quickly. Because I honestly believe within the next 2 years, if some of these old school type lenders are going to continue the way that they're lending, it's not feasible. So yeah, I would say educating our clients probably is what's most important, getting them onboarded, having them understand what the future looks like, and making sure that they're at least somewhat ready, or at least they understand. Because, yeah, getting punched in the face by blockchain, I'm sure that's not going to be fun for, your average 60-year-old private money lending owner uh, to figure that out the hard way.
Yeah, can you expand on that now? Like some of those things that they need to be educated on so people can be more aware.
I'm sure I'm definitely not going to portray myself as an expert in the blockchain industry, but what I do know about it, and what we see coming in the industry, is it's going to wipe out the smaller base lenders. I also see in our industry, it's called private money for a reason. Like they really don't disclose what their interest rates are post closing. I see the industry opening up where those numbers are going to start being disclosed. So you can't really hide behind your websites anymore, and there's going to be some active competition. And once that happens, if these clients aren't ready to jump into whatever the next step is, whether it's AI or whether it's blockchains or whether it's partnering up with bigger banks or banks that are a little bit further along technologically, they're going to get wiped out. It's inevitable. So they can either comply with what's happening in the sense of opening up their books and being a little bit more transparent. So maybe they have something that they could sell, meaning like their bank, they could sell it to somebody else and retire, or you have to get along with what is coming, and or you get run over. Like there's really not a lot of options. So that's what we're really educating our clients on: is here's what's coming, and here are your options, and decide which one you want.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are like some of the main hesitations that your clients have with switching over?
Just that we're new, every single one of them. The other thing that I get, because we're not a very polite community for whatever reason, this lending community. So the first question is, well, how do you make money? Which I don't think there's many other industries where that question is so blatantly asked within the first 3 minutes. So again, it's educating our clients. It's letting them know, here's the future and here's how we make money, and we make money based on the amount of funds that we have under management, and those funds are yours and they're accessible. But yeah, like I was saying before, it's all education. It's just explaining to them what we're doing, and then also getting them open to, like, this new change is maybe uncomfortable and a little bit new, but wait until you see what's coming. And then it seems to make our baby step into that technological direction with those clients a little bit more palatable for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is like the ultimate goal for this project?
World domination, definitely. World domination. No, we have some plans to kind of, I don't want to say wrangle in this market, but definitely lasso in a way. like I was rambling about earlier,
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
the loans that are funded within this community are always private. So it's very difficult for the average consumer to compare apples to apples. I'll give you a quick example. If you're buying a residential house, you can go on 50 to 150 different websites or platforms, and you can compare a million different bank interest rates, right? Like we can all do that. In the private money lending community, it doesn't exist. It's not there because the data doesn't exist. They don't want to give that data out because they really don't want to be compared to their neighbor. And I understand why. But that's not really an option anymore. And within the next year or so, you're the the public is going to be able to make a comparison against private money lenders just as they do A paper lenders or Chase or Wells or Citi. So that ripple in the fabric is where or what we're pushing our clients towards. Um, that's our selling point. That's basically what drives 90% of our company. And then knowing that that's coming is a way to wrangle in this industry in the sense that the more banks that we have under our belt, the more information we have, and the more we're either able to help our smaller end clients kind of fight the bigger banks that are coming in, like I was saying earlier, the JP Morgans that are coming in with tens of billions of dollars, and giving our guys a shot. So I would say that's the most difficult thing that we're dealing with on that sense. Also, that most difficult thing, if we can figure out how to overcome it, then that's our ultimate goal of expansion and being able to wrangle in this industry that's very, it's like herding cats. They just kind of are everywhere. So if we can figure out how to consolidate this thing, it's a really big chunk of the financial space been that hasn't been fenced in yet. So that's the ultimate goal. So yeah, world domination in a sense, but not for the sense of power. It's more the sense of the more lower end banks that we have working with us, the better off those banks are in thriving in the future of what the industry is barreling towards, which is scary.
Yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to growing your business, creating new relationships, networking, what has made like that big difference for you?
Realizing that people, I think I said this earlier, that people just like to do business with people that they like. There's a point, yeah, there's a point where I was so desperate for everybody to hear this thing, I would just like fire hose it out. And you're like, I don't even work in your industry. I'm like, yeah, but you're gonna love this. And then, taking a step back and just, hey, what's your name? What do you do? Let them ask, let them be interested. And again, just doing business with people that you want to do business with and being selective. And then also being really appreciative of the clients that did come on. Like my first 5 clients, we did something a little bit extra for them. Our next 10 clients, we had to change some different programs for them to make sure that they were taken care of. So I would say again, it's as simple as it can get. Just make sure that people feel comfortable with who you are, and then they'll probably feel comfortable with what you're offering.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you guys just sign people on to this platform? What does the user interface process look like?
It's so simple. It's the same as you would signing up for any bank account online. The
Okay.
only difference is the accounts have to be held under an EIN number, so it has to be held under a business. That's it. There's no other difference than signing up through any other bank, whether it's Chase or Wells or us or Focus Tech. It's all the same process. Takes about 30 seconds. Your first account will be active within 24 hours. And then after that, you'll add what we call sub accounts. So every time a client would want to place a new set of funds, they would just add a sub account. They would label it whatever they want, their loan number or the property address. I don't care. Their firstborn son's name, and they wire in the funds, and it's as simple as it gets. Literally everything, every operation that we have, every time you have to touch our system, we want to make sure that it will take our clients like 30 seconds or less.
Amazing. Love that. So, yeah, before we wrap up here, if someone wants to learn more about this platform, reach out to you, connect, get started, how can people do that? Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on LinkedIn. It's Nate Cater, Cater. You can go to our website, focustech.com. It's spelled PHOCISTECH. And we have some info there. We have some calculators so our clients can get an idea or an estimated revenue based on what they would be putting in the future. So we try to make it, like I said, as easy and educational as we can, but also something that's approachable and simple that our clients can understand and again just feel comfortable with. So check out our website and play with the calculator. And if you're interested, you hit the registration link, and 30 seconds later, you're part of the Focus Tech family.
Awesome. Sounds so cool. Love it. So, yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate your story, your time, your perspective.
Thank you, Michelle. I really appreciate you having me. Have a great day.
Of course. And for those listeners tuning in, if you got value, make sure that you've subscribed. We've got more conversations with operators just like Nate who are building real businesses. We'll see you all on our next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.